Welcome to 50 Ways to Succeed at Work, where you hear stuff about ways to succeed even the most well-intentioned colleagues, advisors, careers officers and HR departments may never get around to mentioning. Today's podcast is SMILER, why smiling gets other people purring.
Keep on smiling, 'cause when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you.
That was the Canadian singer and songwriter Michael Bublé reminding us about the power of smiling, that the whole world will smile with you. Perhaps not the whole world, but lots of people can be affected by your smile, especially at work. Smiling is a lot more complicated than you might expect. At work, people will be influenced by your smile, and it can indeed impact your success there. Why and how? Because smiling, as the scientists tell us, has two essential and not widely known effects. The first is that it releases chemicals in the brain that makes us feel good. Darwin had something to say about that and came up with the theory that we smile because we feel good. So if you can encourage people at work to smile, you can be sure that they'll be enjoying it, even if they know nothing about the chemicals now swirling around their synapses. Second, scientists have reported at length about something called mirroring. In simple terms, they found that when you smile at someone, it creates a mirroring effect. The other person automatically reflects your smile back with one of their own. Mirroring also happens when you yawn, and it seems to be catching, and others start doing it too. It's why perfect strangers meeting in the park or street may smile at each other without them even knowing each other, having anything in common, or even wanting to know each other. Translate the mirroring effect to your work scene, and you can begin to see why and how your smiling could get others purring with pleasure without them even knowing why. Now for a downer that I can almost hear some of you saying to me.
But I don't have a smiley face. I don't smile easily. I can never remember to smile even if I should. Smiling deliberately is so false. I'd rather not.
Once again, science comes to our rescue. When you force yourself to put on a smile, it still impacts your brain. Surprising? Certainly, but helpful to those who sometimes find smiling a bit challenging. The science tells us that when you're down and a bit depressed, and aren't we all sometimes, putting on a smile can partly counter the effects and help lighten your mood. Maybe not eliminate it, of course, but when it comes to feeling down these days, every bit, including a smile, helps. Scientists have a great time investigating smiling. Here's one of them. He tells us that people who smile tend to live longer, and the smile is universally recognized as a friendly sign, regardless of where we live.
We smile often, and you smile to express joy and satisfaction. How many people here in this room smile more than 20 times per day? Raise your hand if you do. Oh, wow. Outside of this room, more than a third of us smile more than 20 times per day, whereas less than 14% of us smile less than 5. In fact, those with the most amazing superpowers are actually children, who smile as many as 400 times per day.
Yet another revelation is that fake smiles don't work with other people. What counts, they say, is authenticity, that you mean that smile. Well, the scientists are only partly correct about that, as scientists usually are. From an early age, we're born detectives and develop an ability to check whether a smile is false and when it's genuine. Giveaways that allow us to recognize a fake smile include the failure to create telltale crinkles around the eyes, lifting the cheeks, or even alert, shining eyes, and you can't make that happen on command. Scientists at the University of Tennessee checked over 300 facial feedback experiments conducted over 50 years. They concluded that the benefits of just moving your mouth into the shape of a smile were extremely tiny and often exaggerated. There goes that old idea that you should fake it till you make it. Let's pull all these diverse and slightly confusing facts about smiling into a strategy that you can use at work to build your chances of success. Faking a smile can still give you benefits. However, it won't convince others for long. Think of all those smiling celebs we see every day in the media. We know most of the smiles are pasted on, yet it's nicer to have them smiling at us than scowling. Faking a smile turns out to be more for your benefit than for others. It can help cheer you up and perhaps make you a more pleasant person to be with. Genuine smiles strengthen relationships at work. They're a source of mental health and wellness. An honest smile suggests that you're a positive person and may improve other people's moods. So, when is it unwise to smile at work? Well, the energy cost of faking a smile can lower your mood and productivity. Constant fake smiling can damage your prospects by making it harder to show when you're truly happy or excited. For example, in a job interview, there's a fine line between doing too much and too little smiling. A ton of unreal smiling can damage your interview performance. Try only returning smiles when you're not answering questions. That way you'll be taken more seriously. A perfect smile at work comes when you first connect with someone. To suggest positive intent and help them relax, maybe smile more than usual. How can you use all this knowledge about smiling to help build your chances of success at work? In Sweden, a study found that it's not easy to keep a long face when looking at people smiling at you. This suggests that when you encounter a frowning, down-in-the-dumps colleague at work, smiling at them can positively affect them. Put this down to that old triumph of the mirror effect. Smiling has health benefits at work, like reducing anxiety and lowering your blood pressure and heart rate. Do you know that the happiness level created by a smile is about the same as having numerous bars of chocolate or getting a gift of over several £1,000s? So you don't need chocolate and cash to be happy. A single smile will do. Smiling alone won't automatically make you a success, but it goes a long way towards it. People like being around others who smile. So don't hold back on smiling, just be careful on timing and purpose. So what action can I suggest? Well, first, smiling can get people purring at work, so long as your smile is genuine. A genuine smile puts people at their ease, making them more comfortable to be around you. And finally, excessive smiling can bounce right back at you. To take away from this, well, your authentic smile can change how others see you in the workplace, but avoid overdoing it. You've been listening to an episode of Andrew's 50 Ways to Succeed at Work. For more episodes, subscribe free to my regular weekly podcasts. You can catch up on past ones at the 50ways.site, where you can also become a Foundation member with access to e-learning units, transcripts, further reading links, and the forum, where you can ask questions, share problems, and join a growing community of people who seriously want to succeed at work. Thanks for listening, and bye for now until next week.